This is Kylah Ciego from Belize. She's the CARICOM Youth Ambassador for her country. And Kylah has been the CARICOM Youth Ambassador for how long?
For just a few months.
Okay.
In November last year,
Mm-hmm.
I
Became the CARICOM
became the
Youth
ambassador.
And how has it been going for you so far?
It has been interesting. I think one of the first activities that we jumped into was the Vote Like a Boss campaign, because in March earlier this year we had municipal elections. And so that gave us an opportunity to do our first activity as CYA and engaging young people in engaging the candidates that were running for municipal government.
Okay, cool. Are there any other projects that you've been involved in since then?
Well, not directly tied to being CYA, but one of our priorities is health, and through my work, I have been able to work on aspects with the Ministry of Health, looking at an adolescent health strategy at the moment. Apart from that, yes, Andrew, the male CYA, was involved in advocacy trainings with PANCAP.
Right.
And so we have sat together to look at how do we mobilize in the three priority areas that came out of those PANCAP trainings that he was in.
Okay, cool. All right. Tell us now a little bit about yourself, Kylah. Who is Kylah?
Um, well, professionally, I work with the Belize Family Life Association, and that is one of the leading NGOs in Belize that provide sexual and reproductive health services for families. And apart from that, I have been volunteering and involved in youth development spheres for at least 10 years now.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm super proud of that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and apart from that, I am a mother, and so I take pride in what I do for my development and for that of my child.
Okay. Tell me specifically, what do you do in your job?
So in my job, I am the Director of Programs and Education. And really what it is to kind of coordinate the outreach activities that we do, because we do a lot of health education. We do a lot of outreach to encourage HIV testing, as we are a part of the National AIDS Commission in Belize and the HIV response. We do training for young people in comprehensive sexual education, advocacy, leadership, and we have partnerships with various high schools across a couple of the districts in Belize where we train their peer educators. So those are some of my main responsibilities.
Okay, sounds like a lot of impactful work and
Yes,
work
it
that
is.
does involve young people. All right, let's go back to you talking about being a mother. What has that experience been like for you?
I think one of the things that really pushed me further into working with young people was the fact that I got pregnant when I was a teenager. And so with the blessings of my family, they have been very supportive in helping me to rear my son. And it's been very interesting because I was in school doing my bachelor's when I got pregnant, but with the support of my family, I have been able to still achieve all the things that I wanted to do. And my son, the relationship that we have it's a bit strange, but he understands why I'm not home or why I'm out doing certain things, and it's just amazing the kind of relationship that we have. It's challenging, but we're getting there.
And I'm sure pretty rewarding. And your work in relation to, young people and so on, I'm sure he is, as you've said, a great inspiration. And it's also good for young people to realize that, yes, teenage pregnancy might create some challenges in your life, but it's not the end of the world, right?
It is not. And I think one of the single reasons that I have continued to progress in my life after that was the fact that I had support. So I think that's very crucial for young people, that we have support.
And I know you had family support, but what about those persons who don't have the support of their families? What are some of the ways in which they can access the kind of support that will help to propel them in the future?
Well, I know in Belize of organizations that actually work with at-risk young people, albeit they might not be in all the areas where young people are vulnerable, but I think seeking out those organizations that exist within your community that offer that type of support is very key. And it's simply just the organizations that I know, you just have to go there. There's no red tape, no wait for this or application, whatever. They're there to help.
All right. Tell me, what would you say is the most interesting thing to know about you?
That is a very hard question. I think one of the one of the interesting things about me is that I grew up in a very big family, and I grew up with all male, all my brothers.
Really?
Yes, I grew up with 7 brothers, and up to now they are still very, very protective of me. But they're always in my corner. They're always supportive. So. Yeah.
It's cool to have family support. Are you the baby?
I'm not. I do have a younger brother, but I guess I get treated like the baby a lot.
Yeah, because are you the only girl though?
In that family unit, yes. So I
Okay.
get treated like the baby.
Aw. All right. Thank you so much for talking to me, Kylah.